Hello. Today I'm finally finished with the task that appeared to be not so simple and easy to implement like previous one, but I was consistent and finally I did the final task. And the idea why we switch it, why we use it WebStorm instead of Visual Studio, uh, mainly because Visual Studio is a little bit too heavy for JavaScript. This is first, and secondly, it doesn't have such rich tool selection for specifically for JavaScript development. It doesn't have as convenient as WebStorm key mapping, and it doesn't. Well, it has a lot of advantages, and I many times mentioned it. But about if we are talking about front-end development, I would say that WebStorm this is the way to go because it targets front-end development only, and Visual Studio is mainly web development is like secondary task, and definitely it creates in order to for writing effective desktop application. And that's why we switch it to WebStorm, but we still want to keep our core project in ASP.NET MVC. First of all, because of we already started to do, and switching will be pretty painful. And the second reason was that security in ASP.NET MVC it's much higher. It's like manufacturer level, and especially if we want to implement PayPal payments, it would be better to still keep Visual Studio. And the task was that how from writing modules, separate modules in WebStorm, in using WebStorm IDE and with Grunt, with Angular, and then seamlessly switch to Visual Studio. And the third reason that we got accustomed to this project management tool, and especially for this setting task and then attaching your work to the completed task and then submitting it. Well, it has some psychological I don't know, addictiveness, and that I'm really needs it after. Well, it's another area I don't want to go deeply, but the idea was that we can switch from WebStorm to Visual Studio and do it very fast. Finally, I have finished this task, so now we're in WebStorm, and we have Angular application, and let's okay, I shouldn't actually stop the server, but I'm start it again, and it will start, and when it starts we will go ahead and make some changes. Okay, so let's for example go to go to profile file in view and add additional empty menu. So, oh no, because now we can still edit, and it will be just menu with no link, and it's profile, and we copy, and we don't need to have US ref attribute at all, or I guess we can just make it, and new, alright, okay, get everything live, so you can see that our menu is here, and now is run task. We don't need to do anything manually. I'm just giving GruntJS Visual Studio, and it needs some time. And if we come to our Visual Studio window, and you can see in no, it's not this window, but this one. You can see that the port on localhost is pointing to Visual Studio application, and if I reload the page, you can see that I have this new area here, and well, now everything goes seamlessly. We do all the development and then switch to Visual Studio and it has some additional advantages. So if we take a look at our profile.js file, so you can see it's minified. It's one line, there is no white spaces, there is no line endings, it's just one pretty long line, and this file is waiting. Properties. So does it? I don't know. It doesn't contain properties, but we can open with. I remember it was a shortcut. If we still have it, Ctrl+Alt+Shift+7. No, don't. Or maybe F7. No. But we can go with menu and open in Explorer. Open containing folder, and it was 14 kilobyte, and it contains everything. And our template we'll see it wait for 27. And template, it also concatenate all the templates, and they will be loaded like one file, and this file will be included with a common render page. I don't know why it's two. I just probably made I press it occasionally Ctrl+D, so it's two of them. So if we open this file, so you can see it's also minified, and it contains only some sporadic, I guess it's soft ending, but I'm alright, and it concatenates all templates together, and it wraps it inside script type in gtemplate, and this is the same like loading templates, but the speed will be significantly increased because it will be one file, and we will get all our module for like 50k, even less. And it was not very easy to do, and well, I got in some problems, specifically with HTML minifier, but finally I wrote my own minifier. Maybe it's not ideal, but at least it works, and it's stable, and it states some it saves some spaces. And this is what how it looks like, and the step in GruntJS file which is required in order to create this functionality. If we open task, it has 6 tasks, and I will go on each one. I will not go in details because well, probably you can download the code and take a look yourself. So first of all, it's what I'm doing is ng minify all our file inside script directory, and the regx is for JavaScript. So it takes all JavaScript files, it concatenate them together, and probably here appears those weird line endings, and no, it's not here. That's alright. I'm minify and concatenate them. So unfortunately I cannot get functionality with ngmin. Why? Because we are not writing JavaScript, pure JavaScript, and we are going through TypeScript classes, and those classes, the way that TypeScript converts them to JavaScript doesn't fit ngmin template. So after when I will in task 3, will be minification, which is it has GruntJS Angularify. I set options mangle to false. And mangle to false, it means get out all white spaces, get out all the line endings and other optional elements, but please do not rename my variables. Then, in addition to minify, I also create a VS folder. I then delete it in the end, and because I also stuck in this place. If you put in your ngmin or any other, or even in concatenation, if you put reference to the root directory, and our app file sits in the root of this directory, and controllers, directives, and filters, services goes after, and the result in your file, so this app file comes before all those JavaScript files. And well, I again want to mention that one of the big disadvantage of Angular that it doesn't provide you any explanation why mistake happens. I don't remember which exactly error I had, but something like no mod localization or something. I don't know what localization has anything to do that it cannot find, for example, index controller. But probably I lost a day trying to debug it, but then I just put it in there, and well, it starts working. So in order to avoid this effect, I move our app.js file. I create a folder in the same catalog folder Z, and copy up from the root to Z, and then use uglify, and then everything goes fine, because Z is the last folder, up is there, and it can add them in the end. So for debugging purposes, I copy profile from app directory to root, and then I need to create templates, and templates they are here, they are located in views folder, but in order to get those keys I need to open up and get template URL parameter and get those key and then read those files, and this pair to write in our template HTML file. And the same I need to do in directives, because directives, some of directives use templates URL, yeah, most of them. Some only few of them just use template inline options. And finally, that's a clean task. I delete all the auxiliary files that I use it for in order to reach this final result, and then I just delete them in order they do not pollute like your project folder. That's it. So I guess now we have full cycle, and GruntJS is a wonderful tool, and if you decide to use it, well, my advice, the earlier you start, the more effective your work will be. Thank you. Bye bye.